HLTV Fantasy. That's right, that's what we're doing today. HLTV Fantasy. I've never done it before because I couldn't find the tab up the top, but I've recently just arrived home from Europe covering the NA and the Asia RMRs. So going into the major, I thought, you know what a better time to start the Fantasy League than right now. We're doing max mates for the HLTV X22Bet League for the major. So yeah, let's jump right on in. You've got $1 million to pick 5 players. Let's see where we're going with this. I already, in my head, have like 2 or 3 players that I feel like are going to be very solid picks. The only thing that I found out about was, you know, the roles you select for them and then the boosters as well, which might shift up who I pick slightly. But in terms of, if we're looking at the first round games, where are they here? So I know they're here, but we're looking at them here because it's just a bit cleaner. It's a little bit cleaner. Now, the thing that sticks out to me straight away is Legacy did not look like a very good team, but they're here at the major. And Furia looked like a slightly, if not moderately better team than Legacy. And there's a couple of individuals on that team that are able to punch down and able to really rack up your points. Or so I think it's going to work. All right. Bear with me. It's my first fantasy league, so we just have to play it as it lies for the moment. But yeah, after the first round, that's where things get a little bit interesting. I don't know if we can swap the fantasy lineup or if you have to commit to like the 5 players the whole time, but look, we'll learn together. You guys can tell me I'm an idiot in the comments, but that's what I'm going off, is maybe I can swap the players out, sell them, so to speak, upgrade, etc., etc. But this man here is going to be one of my key players because he is a farmer in every single game in terms of consistency. He's always there, always bloody there for Furia. So I'm going to be putting him in the lineup. The other picks that you could be going for here are Yuri, who played really, really well at the RMR. And at least in this first game against Legacy, I feel like maybe he'll have a bit more impact than some of the other names on the roster. Fallen played well at the RMR. Art played well at some games at the RMR. If you get Vertigo in the veto, then Art's going to pop off. Cello as well, very stable throughout the RMR, but never really like crazy pop-off games. Maybe 1 or 2 in there, but that was about it. But that's it. So Furia in that first round game are who I'm looking at for sure. The other names, or the other teams I'm looking at here, so 9 Pandas and Amcal, I haven't followed them too much. So every team that I haven't followed too much of, just sort of like heard word about, not really going to be looking at, but more so focusing on who made it and who maybe shouldn't have made it, right? So I'm looking at this straight away. Apex are a very good looking team right now. They've been doing a lot of work in Europe and managed to make their way here, right? Anyway, off the back of those stats, that's why I'm going to be picking up my boy JKAEM for $211,000. I dare say Sticko's almost worth it to save a little bit of money here, but because of how good these first round matchups are for these 2 teams, I'm feeling it. Now, the other team as well, Linvision, they only recently learned how to mid-round call, according to like their interviews and what you saw when they beat the Hounds, right? But Heroic is a pretty bloody strong team. And if they play well, which you're kind of expecting, it's going to be another one of these situations where they can really punch down against Linvision. So, we really got to like lower the price of a couple of these players. So let's look towards like a SJUUSH or a Kixon. Okay, so I'm feeling like SJUUSH is going to be the pick here, just because he's keeping his head on his shoulders and he's a little bit cheaper. But we're really going to have to like lower it, look like 376,000 to sort of bring this back. So how do we do that? We're going to have to look to like this sort of price for like your majors and stuff. All the little bronze cards, you know? Let's go down towards the bottom where we should find the cheaper individuals. I don't know if we're going to have enough. We might have to actually swap SJUUSH out and just go for 3 cheapies. Cork, I don't think they're going to do much. But he played, actually, Barton was doing well for Legacy. So was Neckers. I'm just looking at the price points now. These could be some picks for some potential points. Mazzino, he could choke. But he could also be really fucking good. Oh, where are we sending this money? Barton had some real pop-off rounds. I feel like, let's see what we can do with that. We can just slide these in if we go for KAUEZ. Vinny? Glave's cheap. Glaive is like real cheap. Give me a look at Glaive. Why is he cheap? Is his rating just bad because he hasn't played that much lately? I could be spreading false information. I apologize. But Glaive looks pretty solid for that price point. So he's going to get a slot in the team. And I'm going to lock that in because KSCERATO, JKAEM, SJUUSH, KAUEZ, and Glaive. So I'm kind of happy with the names on this team right now. We got to assign roles. All right. And the boosters. All right. This is different to like the video I looked at. Wonder how this all works. Here we go. Above 0.15. That seems fair. Beautiful. I'm glad I spent 10 minutes looking at that. Hopefully it gets us the bloody points. SJUUSH, mate. SJUUSH. Give him the defender role. KAUEZ. Where were you popping off, mate? Where were you popping off? Give you that. Because KST shouldn't be too hard to keep above a certain amount these days. Give him the leader, because I feel like Ents are going to do well. He's been a bit of a rating farmer, so maybe like swap role to this. All right, so for the team, done all the homework. You guys might have seen glimpses. I don't know if I put it in or if we're just going to be skipping ahead. Boom, boom, chop, chop. But KSCERATO, got him on the stat hunter role, entry fragger for JKAEM, because he seems to always be getting involved and doing a pretty good job at opening lately. Defender role there for SJUUSH, because he seems to be stronger on that CT side than the T side, and the map pool of Heroic seems to lean him to maps where he can perform on that CT side. KAUEZ, I got him on that support role because his KAST seems to be relatively good, always seems to be getting involved for the most part for his team on Pain, and Pain is a very good team with, you know, team play. That's what they're better for in the Brazilian region, as opposed to, you know, some of the other aggressive, individualistic play styles. Pain always seems to be good at playing together, you know, looking like a unit. So got him on the KST train, and then Glaive, have him there as the leader, just because I feel like Ents, they have a solid lineup and they should be able to roll through the first stage of the major. And I'm hoping that he has a pretty solid performance to get me a couple of those juicy points there. Double roll points. I feel like that's a good chance there. Traded. I feel like JKAEM's doing the entry and getting traded. If he's not, then something's a little bit wrong there. So we could trigger that little boosty there. Give him the assist roll. I feel like KAUEZ is getting some trade kills there. Got Glaive. Boom, flash assist. And that's that. I feel like these are all relatively safe bets. KSCERATO going all in on him with this, whatever the boost is called, feeling 22. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. I'm not confident in this at all, but it's my first fantasy. So let's just see how it goes. Hey, Major's in what, 6 days, 5 days now, just around the corner, and I can't be more excited. Oh, anyway, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this fantasy video. If you liked it, like the video so I can know to make more of them. You know, we can keep this as a series at least through the first major, and then maybe other tournaments that come up, just to, you know, keep myself more invested, hopefully keep you guys more invested. I don't know how many of you out there actually play the fantasy league. I only just found out that there's bloody skins you can win. So if I win these, I don't know if I will, probably not. I'll give them away to you guys. Beautiful. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.
You're welcome.
You motherfucker. Hey guys, I know it's been a while, and look, I miss you too, but sometimes work comes first, and that's okay. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I don't make a dick of myself. I don't know. I don't do fantasy. I used to do fantasy for real sports, but now it's esports, and I didn't know esports fantasy was a thing. I heard about it, but I never played it. But now I'm playing it with you guys, and hopefully you can help me. I can help you. Hopefully we all can help each other. Hey? See you next time.